Hi YouTube, it's Marie from Sunshine Faith Real Estate Investments. I am back in the car today to do another video. This video today is how to make money or cash flow by purchasing a home. If you like these videos, go ahead and hit the bell so you can get notifications whenever I upload new videos, and subscribe to my channel. Okay. So whether you're an investor or just wanting to make money while you're living in your home, this is the video for you. So we're going to start off by looking at a commercial property. Commercial properties already tend to have open concepts, and especially if you're in a big town, they tend to have storefronts at the bottom of those commercial properties. So I'm going to show you a quick video of a property that I located in downtown Montgomery. Building, not quite sure what the cost is. If you notice, it's boarded up, so they probably have some intended purpose for it. But what I can tell you is it sits in the middle of the downtown area where they have revitalized. And if you notice, it looks fairly stable on the outside. There are businesses around it, so therefore you know there's at least a market in which you can make money in this particular area. Alright, so as we've been talking about getting a 203k or using a Fannie Mae Homestyle renovation mortgage, this is the type of commercial building that I am talking about, where you can have storefronts on the bottom and apartments on the top, and you're able to make money because those storefronts are going to pay rent. Let's say you have two, you get paid from both storefronts, and if you put more than one apartment in it, you would also get paid for the apartments. So this is the type of building. If you notice, it has 2 floors, looks fairly huge. Okay, so after seeing that short video, you're probably like me and you need to see some numbers. How in the world will this work for you? So let's say you were able to buy that property for $100,000. Well, if it's $100,000 to purchase, and let's say you put $100,000 in renovations, well, now you've spent $200,000 on this commercial building, and you now need to see a profit or some cash flow within the month for it. So let's start off just by talking about the equity. So you've now spent $200 in that building. Well, let's say there's a property next door or across the street that's just like your property for $350,000. Well, once that property is appraised, you've now created $150,000 in equity for you just for renovating that property. Now, as far as monthly cash flow, let's say that you put in 2 apartments in that particular building when you renovated it. You already have 2 storefronts at the very bottom. Well, let's just say there is a $1,000 payment every single month from each tenant. Now, mind you, you may have 4 different units that could produce a profit. You're going to live in one because it is going to be your particular house or home. So that means you'll get $2,000 from the storefront, then $1,000 from the other person that's renting the apartment. So that brings in $3,000 each month for your property. Well, if your mortgage is only somewhere about $1,300 a month, which would include the actual principal, interest, your taxes, and insurance, then that means you have leftover extra cash for you, $1,700. Now, you could do a number of things with this money. You could save it. You could pay down your mortgage. You could also invest in another flip or invest in another particular property. If you're that person that's going to invest in another property, you need to check out my other video, Financial Freedom. So now I'm going to show you actually a property or an opportunity smack dab in Montgomery where they flip some other buildings around it so you can see your true potential profit and how it actually will probably look if you're able to invest in real estate, especially in this commercial market or a commercial market. Okay, so as you can see, there are many places that have already started to flip those 2-story buildings that I was talking about, and this is an area which is less than a half a mile away from the last building that I showed you. And you can see they're extremely nice, beautiful 2-story buildings, historic, but have already been flipped. And then there's one right next door, and that's the one that your eye should go towards. The one that has not been touched and looks like, you know, something died in it or is currently living that shouldn't be. This is the one that you should be looking at. This is the one you should research. This particular building, it's 2 stories just like the others. Very gorgeous architecture. It leaves, you have to have a great imagination, but this is the building that would probably make you that most money, because you know the ones next door to it are extremely manicured, beautiful buildings. All you need to do is do the same to this one. So this is the type of property you probably want to look at. Alright, so after seeing that video, you know exactly what I'm talking about now with how to use the 203k or the Homestyle renovation mortgage for your benefit. Now, as far as the numbers go, if you look back at the video, there was a pretty building with blue railings. Now, that particular building sold this year during the pandemic for $340,000. And if you notice those buildings right there together, I think they call them like row house. Well, they're not row houses, but very similar to them. But most of those buildings are very, very similar to one another. So if you actually flip that building, that the scary one, yes, the scary one. If you flip the scary one, then you could have that same potential profit that owner who flipped that building that just sold for $340,000. And you could actually look it up on Zillow or Realtor.com yourself. Alright, Sunshine Faith subscribers, hopefully this video has given you a whole lot of information and maybe a little motivation to go out and invest in some real estate yourself. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.